when you say cut and you say, we've got it and we can move on, it's probably the happiest moment for any director to say, those are golden words. You know, Lapata Ladies really taught me that as much as we might think that a lot of the privileges that we have today are much more common, they really are not. Our stories are intertwined in ways that actually will surprise us. The kinds of erasure, as you said, that women face in many parts of India, we see in many parts of the world. I've just been traveling in parts of Asia and I feel we are not so different. And really, women have faced similar issues across time. And we need to, you know, sort of reclaim from that erasure. And that's something that Lapata Ladies really sort of taught me as I was making it, was that as much as I thought it was a story of rural India and rural Indian women, it was my story. It was the story of perhaps most women around the world, and a story that needed, I think, to be told across the world. It's a really interesting question, honestly. I think all artists and all creators of any kind face this challenge of not, you know, of how they can be authentic, tell stories that they really want to tell and not tell them because they think they'll be successful or viral. I think a lot of what we see is the result of following trends. It's the result of a lot of calculation of people's attention span, of what would hook an audience within the first 3 seconds. And storytelling has really changed as a result of our switch to, you know, social media and all these kinds of immediate sort of dopamine hits that we get. So I think for us, it's a challenge. I do think we have changed even as creators and consumers ourselves. I think we're going to find our way out of it, because at the end of the day, I think it's very human to want to communicate. Perhaps this is going to change the way we do it. And we might have to find ways in which we tell important stories or find ways to connect with each other in shorter time spans for storytelling, or in completely new ways through social media. It's a time for inventiveness, really, I think. And I think I'm ready for it. I just hope that there'll always be space for contemplation. There'll be space for, you know, kicking back, having something slow, because I think everything is sped up so much that it's almost, you know, doesn't leave space for long form storytelling. That moment when you think we've got it, you know, it's a crazy shot. The train has to leave, another train is coming in, we're losing light, and when you've actually, you know, you say cut and you say we've got it and we can move on, it's probably the happiest moment for any director to say, you know, I've got it, moving on. Those are golden words. Almost as golden as saying it's a wrap on the film. It's a wrap on the film is very bittersweet and you feel sad when you say it. But film wrap is not as much fun as saying I've got it. I feel it's about time. We need to include women more. We needed to have included them 1,000 years ago, or as early as there were any kind of power lists or panels. Essentially, I think more voices of people who are not, you know, your traditional, usually empowered white male or empowered upper caste, upper class man are the voices that we want to see more and more in power lists. So I think it's about time.